Jermain, right before, when we're in sunshine, incidentally, on the road, the forecast has been proven correct here eventually. Talked about what a big fan of Mohammed Kudus you were.
Oh, massive.
And what a day for him to get his first goal and the winning goal as well.
Yeah, I just felt like everything he done today, he was probably like the main man. Every time his teammates got it, he was the one that you looked to try and create something. Deserved the goal. He works hard for the team, he done his work back. But every time he lands on it, you just feel like something's going to happen. He's so strong, technically he's so good, and took his goal really well.
Yeah, from a fullback's point of view, we were right by the bench with that pitch side view. He's so powerful, isn't he?
He is, yeah. He's powerful. He'd be tricky to play against. I wouldn't like to play against him, to be honest. But we were obviously level with him here and it's just like a drop of the shoulder. And as soon as he obviously comes short, then he goes in behind. Goodmanson gets himself in all kinds of bother just with his body shape and stuff. And then Kudus does what what a good winger does. He anticipates that there's going to be a mistake. He comes inside, and once he's on that left foot, you've got to try and keep him down. I know it's difficult, but he just wrong foots Darlow and takes a slight deflection. But Darlow had no chance.
And that's what you speak about obviously what he does going forward, but what he does for the team going back. He's a unique footballer. He's strong. He never loses the ball. Always retains the ball. You can trust him when he lands on it, and does his work back, which is so important, especially away from home. But then in a final third, when he gets it, you always fancy him to create or score a goal.
And that's the most important. If I'm a fullback playing behind him as well, that gives me so much confidence because as a fullback, I know I can go out around him. He very rarely gives the ball away. He's so good. He's strong. If you want to fight him, he'll fight. He's happy for you to get up against him. He was outstanding today for Tottenham. Yeah,
it was a big focal point of that second half performance where Spurs deserved the win, you felt.
Yeah, and created a few more chances, to be honest. I just felt like, I spoke before about, at the top end of the pitch where you've got players that probably don't have to coach, just let them go and play free. I think Xavi Simons today was probably his best performance for Tottenham, where we can just roam and sort of like pick up those little pockets and receive it on a half turn, and off that, players in and around him have to try and make runs or come and link. But I just thought he was fantastic, and that, players on number 9, a focal point. I felt at times where he mixed up, became short, and then Xavi Simons sort of like ran beyond him. So there was a good sort of like relationship with the four players, and a well-deserved win today.
And that sort of took Leeds' mind more really than them trying to affect this end of the pitch right behind us.
Yeah, I think Leeds will again struggle to create a lot. They had possession. I didn't think there was much in the game, but I thought Spurs deserved to win the game, if that makes sense. I think they come as a good away performance from them. But Leeds just, especially at the end, and to be fair to the manager, he changed shape. He tried to go for it. He went 3 at the back and brought on extra attacking players. But it just they just lacked that little bit, obviously, until the end. And the goalkeeper makes a brilliant save from Pirlo.
You mentioned Xavi Simons' best game for Tottenham. Yeah. In that role where he wants to play, I mean, he grabbed that opportunity today, didn't he?
Yeah, because especially when you play as a number 10, you can sort of like just roam and try and pick up pockets and just be clever. The manager don't really necessarily have to coach it. And I just felt like he sort of like recognised that, there was a lot of space on sort of like the left-hand side where they're sort of overloaded, and he just landed on it every time. And here you see again, just sort of like playing behind the midfield, not marking himself, playing behind the midfield, and then obviously when you do land on it, then you've got to try and create something. But I just felt like he was good today. It was his better game. Here again, just creating that triangle and just trying to sort of like overload on Leeds' right-hand side. But he was involved. Anything good that Tottenham did today, like he was sort of like involved in it. Here again, you see him, that change of movement. I love that. That's so difficult to mark. Maybe could have played first time, could have played toe in, but still retains it and gives it to Kudus. And then again getting it. I just thought it was brilliant. And then a little clever pass. Stuff that you can't coach. I just love seeing it. And there's the touch, Matt. Yeah, I'll definitely say today was his better game, and for me that's it. We said at the top of the show, the number 10 position for him, where he doesn't have to be out on the wide areas where he can only come inside, but in these areas he can sort of like roam and do what he wants.
Yeah, and he's come in, and a big compliment is we're not even mentioning the name of Kulusevski, who's not available at the moment, which Tottenham fans thought,
yeah, Maddison. Again, you look at the profile of players and you speak about players in the final third who, can sort of like make things happen. Kulusevski has been one of Tottenham's better players for a number of years now. Maddison, again, can go to the next level. I still don't think we've seen the best of Maddison. But all these players can do is when they get the opportunity, just keep the shirt. That's all they can do. Just keep performing. And, another away win is massive today.
From a defender's point of view, when you've got a player like that playing against you, how difficult... questions does that ask you as a shape?
Yeah, it's really, really difficult. He picks up really, really clever positions. It was highlighted there. You know, he was finding himself in between the midfield and the defence inside a pocket of 4 players, and it's really difficult. And the communication has to be key, because if you're a centre back, you probably don't want to step in there to engage with him. You're maybe looking for the defensive midfielder maybe to come across. So Simmons was really, really clever, and just in picking it, he seemed to target this right-hand side of Leeds. That's obviously something they've looked at. They've thought that he can get joy there. And it's really, really difficult. Leeds maybe could have communicated a bit better. But look, he's a talented footballer, and if you give him space, he'll hurt you.
But when you play like our Tottenham play, obviously like 4-2-3-1, the 2 holding midfielders, you need a link. So then your link is, can you find the number 10? And as soon as the number 10 gets it, you know, if the number 10 is clever enough to sort of like find those pockets and receive it, then now the connection has to be from the 10 and the 9 and the 2 wingers. And I thought they'd done that so well. The midfielders, you know, they found the 10, and then Simmons got it, and then he links with a forward, links with the wide men. It was just a brilliant performance. Yeah,
and it wasn't until right at the end we saw a sort of Leeds flurry with that save from Vicario.
Yeah, I touched on it before. They just didn't do enough in the final third of the game for me. They struggled to create chances, but you know, they stayed in the game, and obviously Vicario, he pulled. It's just a long ball. Calvert-Lewin wins a header, and Pirro's a great finisher. He's instinctive. You know, he knows exactly where the goal's at. He just takes a touch and finishes it. But it's a great save from Vicario, and that's probably the only chance that they carved out in the second half.
Yeah, it was, you know, I just felt like we spoke, didn't we? You know, if that shot was just a little bit wider, maybe it would have given more problems than that. But saying that, it was still a good save in that. But yeah, I can't remember any more chances that they really created in that. So it's disappointing, especially being at home.
Come on, back over to me. Paul Robinson's rejoining us. It was just a commentary on the game, and plenty for you to comment on there. We were just talking about the Vicario save at the end. Yeah. That's all that Leeds offered, but it was a good start, wasn't it, from the Tottenham man?
Yeah, really good stop. Comfortable stop for him. When you were expecting him to make it, was within his range. I mean, what he did well was it was a big, strong hand, and unlike the goal that he conceded, he didn't push it into a decent area. The goal he conceded, it was like a chop-down save. But this one, if you watch, it was a decent strike by Pirro, too close to him. But what he does well is he puts a really big hand on it, and he actually shovels it away, for want of a better phrase. Helped out by Udogie. I mean, if one of the Leeds attackers would have put that in, would have maybe been having a different discussion. But actually a really good save, what that you'd expect him to make at a key moment in the game.
Yeah. But Tottenham deserve the win for you?
Yeah, I don't think Leeds offered enough, in all honesty. I think I said in commentary, and it's been one of their Achilles' heels this season. For me, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he created 1 or 2 really good chances for himself, but he just didn't look sharp, didn't look the finished article around the box. I mean, Jermain will tell you, the chance that he had that deflected and Vicario saved it with his left boot. I mean, a striker in form, he takes that, he turns, and he finds the bottom corner. Yeah. And there's too many balls for me that whizzed across the box for Leeds United, and there was nobody there who was on his heels.
Just step back a bit, Robbo, and let Mohammed Kudus come in. The match winner is with us.
Well done, sir.
Very well done. Great to see you.
Yeah, my friend.
Your first goal for Tottenham and a winning goal. How does that feel?
Feels really good, especially getting the 3 points in a very difficult match today, you know. So, yeah, feel really good to get the 3 points.
And for you to continue this away form, that's 10 points from 12 already in the Premier League. That's some going, up to second.
Yeah, we are challenging for those kind of positions in the league, so we need to win these kind of games. I think we've won 2-3 games, getting draw already, so getting the win today was a really good boost for us before the international break.
And the man with 162 Premier League goals liked your finish, didn't you?
Loving your goal. But how much are you enjoying your football? Now, you seem to be playing with like a freedom, strong, you look sharp. Would you talk us through your goal, because it's a great finish?
Yeah, I've been practicing a lot to come inside and go near post, because most of the time the keepers expect you on the left foot to go the far corner. So I practice that a lot. You know, I'm very happy.
Because goalkeepers, they always bounce, don't they?
Yeah.
He'll tell you. And then like it was a brilliant finish there, and using the defender.
Yeah.
It's an amazing finish.
Do you prefer playing on the right hand side, coming in with your left foot?
Yeah, 100%. I know I can play a lot of positions for the team whenever they need me, wherever. But I think the strongest position I can play is from the right.
And you limited Leeds in that second half to just one chance at the end when your goalkeeper made a save. But apart from that, you were comfortable at a difficult place to come where they haven't lost for a year in the league. Yeah,
we in as much as we want to attack as well, the whole team, we need to be very compact and be solid to defend as well, and then keep the clean sheet mentality. So you could see today from the whole team, you know, getting back, defending, and then trying to get the win.
But I was going to say that about your performance, because a lot of wingers sometimes they want to do the job going forward, and that, you know, on the other side of it, you know, you seem to enjoy doing the work, you know, defensively.
Yeah, we need that for the team. You know, I think with the way we want to play, and the coach demands a lot offensively and defensively as well. So you need to be able to do both as a winger. Even though you are more focused on our attacking threat and stuff, we still need to help defensively as a whole team, you know.
I was going to say, since the new manager came in, has that been a change for you personally in the way that style that he's brought to the club?
Definitely. I think comparing it to past seasons, you can see so far we've conceded less goals in the league, you know. So it's something we are really, really trying to work on and improve. Is sticking to our positions and then keeping clean sheet as much as we can, and then definitely we're going to score.
How good is he, Thomas Frank? Because we hear so much about the way that he is in the dressing room, his man management, the way he speaks to players and includes everybody. Just let us in that dressing room. How good is he as a manager, with you personally?
For me, I think as a manager, yeah, from his experiences, from how he's developing young talent has been great, you know. But what I admire more from him is on a human level, you know. I think all players can speak to him anytime, knock on his door, talk about anything aside just football, you know. And I think that's very important because all this has an impact on the pitch, you know. So aside just being a great coach, you can really speak to him about anything else and he'll give you his best advice, you know. And he's brutally honest and very open with every decision he makes. You might not be happy about every decision he makes, but he does it for the best of the team. And I think, yeah, he's a great guy, and then, yeah, we learn a lot from playing under him.
You ask any ex-player or current player, the best trait any manager can have, whether you like it or not, honesty.
Yeah, absolutely. And there you are on 14 points going into the international break. And just finally, it's a big break for you, isn't it? Because where are Ghana now in terms of this World Cup qualification?
We are top, and these are the last round, so we need to win the games to qualify through. So it's going to be a big week coming up, and it's definitely a good boost to get the win here and score also to lift up the confidence, you know, going up into the international game, you know.
Well, listen, good luck with your national team, and very well done today. First goal for Tottenham, big win. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Mohammed. Kudus live.
19 goals,
the match winner. Thank you very much indeed for Tottenham, who are quietly up to 14 points now. I know it's earlier in the season, but
we got a smile at the end as well.
Yes,
just about.
Yeah,
listen,
he's a cool character, isn't he?
He's chilled. He's going to be a great signing. He really is going to be a great signing. You can see in the early transition that Thomas Frank's taken over the changes that he's made. But a player like Kudus was a statement signing for me. That's the backing of the manager, and that's a top-level player coming into a club. Tottenham themselves haven't been great in the attacking third, but he's been the most potent player that they've had.
He's probably the main one, to be honest. I think for a player, you know, to have that sort of confidence in your teammates, well, it just seems like every time anyone else gets the ball, they're always looking for him because he's the one really that can make something happen. But that's why, you know, I said at the top of the show, I still feel like he can go to the next level. You know, more goals, more assists, you know, because this guy's got so much potential. Yeah.
Let's have a look at the goal, the winning goal again, because we've seen it from Jermain's striker's point of view. Just be interesting, Robbo, to see what you thought from the goalkeeping and defensive situation for Leeds.
Well, it was a simple ball, wasn't it? Gudmundsson should have dealt with it. He gets himself in a mess, but Kudus there, we just spoke to, is exactly what he does brilliantly well. He strikes it, he's looking for the near post, but Carl Darlow, he's almost read him. You watch the goalkeeper very closely, he's dipped his right shoulder. And the tiny little percentages, now you get to see it well from this angle in the game, the tiniest little movement from a goalkeeper throws him off balance. Yes, it takes a deflection, but it's not a deflection that moves the direction of the ball. The goalkeeper was down and he was gone the other way, and that slight movement didn't give him the opportunity to go back the other way and make any attempt at saving it.
Even with a goal, to be honest, I don't like it when fullbacks, you know, before the ball's been played, when they're too wide. I always think you should stay close to your centre-back and sort of like be on the inside looking out, and then even if it lands on it, then go and defend it. I feel like when you're you're too wide then, and then you get the misjudgment, and then Kudus gets inside and scores a goal on that. But the goal was an amazing finish, like we said.
They're the fine margins back in the big time, aren't they, sometimes?
They are indeed, yeah, and that'll be the frustrating thing for Daniel when he's in there and he's having his debrief. You know, they weren't outplayed. They haven't, bar the Arsenal game this year, Leeds haven't really been outplayed, but it's the fine margins, as you say, in the Premier League. Gudmundsson, for me, there, he's almost tried to anticipate it. And, you know, then when the ball goes over his head, he's in an absolute tangle. I've been in that position many a time, and it's horrible.
Does he go too early? Because I feel if you're more on the inside, you could just let him receive it first.
That's the thing, but it's probably you're playing at home. There's an eagerness that you want to try and go and intercept the ball, and you know, Porro does well because he has that relationship with Kudus, and Kudus drops his shoulder, goes long, and he's still got a lot to do from there. But as Robbo says, he wrong foots Darlow. Darlow's gambled, and you know he hasn't got there.
Okay, big win for Tottenham. We've heard from the match winner. Here's the manager, Thomas Frank.
Thomas, every win is to be celebrated, but the reaction at the end there suggests this was a bit more than just a win.
Yeah, I think we needed a win. I think the last, what is that, 3? 3 games definitely a draw. So that feeling to get over the line to get 3 points, I thought was big. But also in the how can you say, the respect for Leeds and Ellen Road. We haven't lost here more than a year, so we are very aware of the task ahead of us, and that we overcome that in a very good way. I felt we played overall a very good game. I think we look good offensively, really creating chances and opportunities, and should have got more out of some of the dangerous situations. And I think actually we gave, I know they hit the post, so it looks more dangerous, but it's from a difficult angle. I don't think he can score anyway. Then their goal, which is a little bit deflection, a little bit odd, so it's the goal, and then it's right to the end where it's a little bit carnage. So I think for a big part of the game we defended well, but we're very good offensively, and I think we win well-deserved win here.
Yeah, big day for him and his team, as we've said. So there we go, another Premier League Live on the road completed here at Ellen Road. My thanks to Jermain, Robbo and to Stuart for being with me.